My name's Paddy Cleary.
I'm Dane Brasher.
And this is the Marmaladen Sitzung.
Again, we killed it.
I just think we need to...
good.
I just stop rehearsing.
Yeah, that's the problem. So what is this? This is a weekly show about the music and comedy scene in Berlin. We'll be having some rapid fire segments, ridiculous ideas, ridiculous amount of content in a ridiculously short time.
Comedy, music,
Language.
Language in general.
Language.
Comedy, music, Berlin. We're going to try and include all of that into this show. So, segments, fun.
Should we get on with it?
I think we should.
Welcome to Good Egg, Bad Egg, Patrick. Are you prepared? You ready?
I am, yes. So I've been working up to this for a very long time. I know that it's very important research. I'm very prepared for this. Yeah,
That's good. How do you feel about boiled eggs in general?
Well, I mean, I'm not a seasoned eater.
Seasoned eater.
By not a seasoned eater, I mean that I generally wouldn't eat a boiled egg. I wouldn't cook one. And I had a bad experience with one when I was about 8 years old. That I ate a bad one that my auntie gave me. So, very mixed, colourful.
But well and truly qualified to establish.
I'd like to say in terms of the scientific research we're completing here, I've got a broad overview. I've had good and I've had bad.
Shall we proceed?
I think we should, yes.
Patrick, is this a good egg or a bad egg?
I think that's a good egg.
I'm glad. Take a moment. Take your time.
It's a good egg.
It's a good egg. Patrick, is this a good or a bad egg?
That's a good egg. That's a good egg.
That's a good egg.
That was a good egg. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you ready for your third and final egg, Patrick?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat that one. That was definitely the best.
That was the top egg?
Yeah, that was the top egg.
Patrick, is this a good egg or a bad egg? Tell us, Patrick. How's that egg? Is that a bad egg, Patrick?
Bad egg. It's a bad egg.
This has been good or bad egg.
Oh, fuck. So, Volkoffer.
Tell us about it. Where did you get it? What's his name?
Well, a Volkoffer is, as we've recently found out, is a very Austrian-specific German term. So Volkoffer is, it's essentially, so I call you, du Volkoffer. So, yeah, I mean, you're massively offended then.
Yeah.
You full suitcase.
Oof. It's even harsher in English.
It's even worse, isn't it? A full suitcase is a way to call someone an idiot, a proper idiot.
Of course.
So, that's where you find, clearly a Vollkoffer, a full suitcase, a proper idiot.
Last time I packed a suitcase, I could not get over how stupid it was.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so, but, what's the game today?
So it's a bilingual game where we translate phrases, idioms. The idea is just anything that we can confuse the shit out of each other with. Right?
Anything that's lost in translation.
Easily lost in translation.
Yeah. All clear?
Alles klar.
Exactly.
Genau. Vollkoffer.
Right. Who's going to do the first one? Me or you?
I think you should do the first one.
Yeah. Okay, so, gist of the game is... what have we got here? Okay, so... Feuchtwangen. Feuchtwangen.
Feuchtwangen.
Yeah, Feuchtwangen.
Could you use that in a sentence for me, please?
Oh, a lovely visit to Feuchtwangen on the weekend.
Me too. Oh, so wet, moist cheeks.
Yeah, moist cheeks. Yeah, moist cheeks is your translation there.
And you went to moist cheeks.
I went to moist cheeks.
Is that
kind of gives
an
it away.
adventure?
Yeah, it was an adventure.
An adventure in moist cheeks.
It was an adventure of moist cheeks. So I went to moist cheeks on the weekend.
So it's a place.
It's a place.
Of course it is.
The place of Feuchtwangen in Germany.
Where is it, Feuchtwangen? Do you know anything else about it except that it
but
has a dirty name?
I saw someone was from Feuchtwangen and just it's somewhere.
People actually come from.
Yeah,
I guess everybody comes from Feuchtwangen in a way, don't they?
Well, it has in a way. It has a small church. I know that much.
How do you know that?
I looked it up.
All right.
I mean, I must have seen it somewhere. I didn't just kind of go, Feuchtwangen. So
That would be.
Yeah.
Should we do the next
Yes,
Vollkoffer?
I think you're next. So this is the way this game works. We kind of get the word or
This
the
is
phrase.
this is the level of genius that we're bringing to the table.
You can follow this. They can follow this. You can follow this. Okay, right.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
you ready? So my one is in English, translated to German.
Okay.
Mach mal den Harry.
Mach mal den Harry.
Ja.
Mach mal den Harry.
Mach mal den Harry.
Mach mal den Harry. Okay, so. Oh, can you use that in a sentence though?
Ja, also ein Party war eigentlich scheiße, also haben wir den Harry gemacht.
Okay, so if you're doing a Harry, then so hold up. The party was shit, so we made the Harry. So we did the Harry. So doing the Harry would be to leave something. Would it be to this? So it's a way of saying leave. Let's leave this place. It's not very good.
It's too good. It's exactly what it means.
So who's Harry
Means
Holt?
to leave. Harry Holt was an Australian politician who disappeared. He disappeared. He went out swimming one day. He never came back, and since then in Australia, the phrase "to do the Harry" means to fuck off.
Do the Harry.
Go
Do
away.
the Harry Holt.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
We named a swimming pool after that guy, by the way, because that's Australian humour. He probably drowned. Name a swimming pool after him.
That's pretty good, I think. Well, at least we know. So the Harry Holt. Yeah, so that makes sense now when you say that in a sentence. So that is Vollkoffer.
You learned something.
There we go.
You didn't learn anything useful, but you learned something.
Something, and especially the bilingual aspect. See, so it's German, English. So people who don't speak German, you learned the word Feuchtwangen today. That's only going to be useful
Please.
if you
So
go.
if you go to Forthcoming, you'll be like,
oh, it's wet cheeks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our guest in the studio. We're picking up a line now. Can you hear us, Brendan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Great. Okay, so this is Brendan Hickey. He and I produced a show together the other week. It's called Nothing to Do with Dolphins. It had a lot to do with dolphins. Welcome to the show, Brendan. Thanks for coming
Thank you
on.
very much, Dean. It's great to be here. Not really there, but I mean, it's great to. I like you.
Okay, so Brendan, thank you very much for coming on the show. I hope it's not too much of a trouble. I can see It's a very lively environment you've got going on there. Are we talking to you in your hometown?
Yes, yeah, this is the local bar in Knocknaluman. I'm back in Ireland at the moment.
Okay.
It used to be more of a traditional facade, we had local trad music and Irish dancer girls, lovely girls we call them. But in recent years, economy's taken a bit of a downturn, so now we've kind of had to change up the vibe, give it a bit of razzmatazz, and of course there is the prostitutes.
I mean, that is always there, so it's very good it's being put to work. So, Brendan, so you're there at your hometown currently, aren't you? But you're in Berlin, aren't you? You're practicing your art in Berlin.
I am. Ich bin ein Berliner, to quote another Irishman, JFK, in case you think it's a reference. And yes, I am in the Berlin comedy scene. We be doing funny stuff to people, and usually they like it.
Okay, and how long have you been working in Berlin now then? How long has that been?
Ever since the fall of the wall. Well, actually, in Ireland we didn't find out about the fall of the wall until about 20 years later. So as soon as we heard the wall had fallen, we went straight over to Berlin. So that's what happened.
And that was okay. So once you found out about the war, that's when you moved over. Was you doing stand-up comedy from that point, or was you doing it already in County Cork there in that particular bar we're watching you in right now?
I never did stand-up here. Most people don't stand up in Ireland. Historically, it tends to get you shot. So what we did is we do a lot of sit down. But then when I moved to Berlin, I stood up more, and then it turns out I was funny when I was standing up. I've been doing it now for about 2 years.
Great. Well, we'd like to thank you very much for coming on the show and tackling the hard issues that we raise on this show as well. So is there a reason you got into comedy, and why did you move to Berlin? I'd like to hear a little bit about that.
Right, yeah. Well, as I say, well, Mom didn't love me anymore, I suppose, is probably the start of it. And, once that happens, it usually kicks in Ireland when you're around 33 or something, you're still at home. So after that, you kind of get the boot, and then you got to find places to go. The word came over the wireless that the wall had fallen, and I caught the big boat, which nowadays is called a plane. And went over here. Why did I start comedy? I don't have a lot of places to sit down for most of the day. It's kind of cold, and so if you go turn up at these gigs, they just let you hang out and you can talk to people.
And I've heard that some places you can get some free pizza, free shots as well. Is that something that helped you get into comedy, or does it help you on the night as well?
Yeah, and sometimes they let you shower there as well, which is fantastic. They don't provide the shower gel, which it'd be nicer if they did. But...
Okay, so I think we just lost you there, Brendan. Are you still there? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Well, yeah. 1 second. Brian, stop fucking with the satellite. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're back again there. Yeah. Fucking midget out the back. You're fucking with the satellite sometimes. Don't worry about him. Anyway, yeah, we're good.
We'll place these 3 questions to you now. Would you be happy to answer these 3 questions?
Fire away, Paddy.
Okay, so the first one is with or without bubbles?
With or without bubbles? Context would be important there, I suppose. But I think life is better with bubbles. Yeah.
With bubbles, we've got bubbles. Aim for the next one. With bubbles. Brendan, if you see a red man, do you cross?
I get very angry if I see red men. Yeah.
Did you cross?
Oh, cross the street. Sorry, I thought you meant. Oh.
Get away from the red man.
Oh, no, I mean, because I live in Berlin and it's a very diverse place, I don't discriminate against the people based on their colour.
Political answer then. Would you cycle on the pavement, Brendan?
Would I cycle on the pavement? Yes, I would, I suppose. I have done if there are any police officers watching this, I've never done that. But for the purposes of show business, I have done that. Yes, definitely, totally. And I've tried to hit as many people as possible. And I realize I'm not very good at it. I can't. After the first one, I get a little guilty, And then when you're backing over them and stuff, it's kind of like... Well,
okay, we're going to have to cut you there, Brendan. I think the line is going there a little bit.
I killed a man.
It's
and I just need someone to know.
It's going a little bit now. So we just try and what we do on this show is we try and ask. We try and ask the hard questions. And thank you very much, Brendan. Thank you.
Thanks for being
very
here.
So are you gonna come into the studio and participate in our competition?
I should be there shortly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great stuff. We try and ask the hard questions here on the Marmaladen Sitzung, and yeah. He said he killed a game. I'm not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eat the Bag Fight Night here in the studio. Brendan, are you ready to eat the bag? Bag, are you ready to be eaten? All right, gentlemen, I want a nice clean fight. No kicking, everything below the belt. Each successful raise and lower of the bag shortens the bag by one piece. Are the rules clear to you, Brendan? Do you understand them as they've been read to you? All right, face off, touch gloves.
Wait. Your mother was a sandbag. Yeah?
All right.
Made out of fucking recycled paper.
90%, mate. More than you.
Right. Trash talk here. Trash talk in the studio tonight.
Okay.
Round one, fight!
Yes. Now I need a clean land. That's a clean land.
That is a successful placement. Round two, fight!
Oh.
He's got it, yes.
Oh. Now we need a clean land, Brendan. Clean land. That's clean land.
Yeah. Coach, I want to.
Alright, go. Throw it in.
You got this, man. You got this.
Yes, go on. No knees, remember, no knees. He can get it. He's got it, hasn't he?
10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Brandon, come on! 1. That's a time. That's a victory for the bag, ladies and gentlemen. That is a victory for the bag.
Fucking juicing. I want him to use sad attention.
Well,
Juicing.
I mean, at the end of the fight.
No, fair play. Yeah, whatever. Rematch.
So, Brendan, how do you feel after that fight?
A bit crotchy. Feel a bit crotchy.
Your glutes.
I mean, I limber up like.
How do you feel this loss is? Well, it's not a loss. You've achieved a certain level. You've got to a certain stage on the leaderboard. These results will be released later. But how do you feel this will affect your family or the family back home, the people who came and saw you today? Can you tell your fans anything? Is there anything you can help them with today?
Don't mess with bags.
Wise words.
Wise words. That was good. Yeah, that was great. I think we did a show. Yeah. So yeah. What are we gonna do last?
Should we do the thing with the plugs, with the things?
Yeah.
We got the stuff. Let's.
Yeah. Just pop this up here. So this is what's it been? It's been a great show. I think you've seen some eating the bag there. We've had Brendan on the show as well, who's been absolutely fantastic as well. He's participated in I Eat the Bag. This is the kind of section where I think, let's plug a few shows, upcoming gigs. Let's talk about ourselves. It's just, should we start, Brendan? I mean, our guest on the show, come on the show. Is there anything you want to plug?
Me and another guy, Ori, we do a bi-weekly show. It's called Well That Was Weird.
Okay.
It's got weird stuff.
Where can you find that though?
You can find that at 800A. It happens bi-weekly Thursday night, but our next show is a big extravaganza. On the 20th, extravaganza. So it's a word of the day there. I should get some some balloons? No.
Yeah, no, we don't know.
No.
You don't get paid.
So it's a lovely word, and it's a lovely show, and it's happening on the 20th of December, just before you go get fucked up for Christmas.
What was that? The 20th. 20th.
I know, just the Irishness.
That's it.
This guy talking about people's accents over here.
Just correct him. So the 20th.
Yeah, what are you up to?
Who doesn't want to promote my show right now, does he? So the 20th of December there, Brendan, 800A.
800A, bar 800A, well, that was weird. We're a duo host, me and Ori Halibi, and we get what we do is we get comics, but we get them to do something that they don't normally do, something weird, something a bit unusual. So it's a pretty crazy night, it's got crazy energy, so
sounds good. And that'll be on Facebook. Is there a place where they can
Facebook, you can find it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, so can we
There's a Facebook page there, or yes, this is follow the leg.
There might not be anything here, but
it's just around the crotch. You can click on my crotch, please. Yes.
That'd be good, yeah. Brilliant. Okay, great. And so, Dane, anything that you're doing as well? I mean, you may as well plug yourself.
I may as well plug myself. I'm doing a showcase the 12th of December called Go West. It's run by a guy named Ben McLean. You guys should definitely come out to that because it's going to be very funny.
And where's that going to be, Dave, as well? Facebook, what, or
that's going to be at a venue.
Yeah.
And that venue is called this here.
That. Okay. That is
AHA. Allgemeine Homosexuelle Arbeitsgemeinschaft or something like that.
If that's not easy to remember, I don't know what is.
The show's called Go West, guys. You'll find it on Facebook. Come along.
Good stuff, good stuff. I think that's the up and coming gigs for this
week. What about you? Well, you're a musician. Paddy's a musician, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't talk about this at all. Yeah. It's not all about comedy. We also have music. You got any gigs coming up?
No. Basically, I'm not. No, to be honest, I mean, no. There will be some open mics.
You can fucking pathetic.
It is very pathetic, to be honest.
Don't even know how you got this gig, man.
Well, no, I leave talk about it.
I was told somebody big would be
He looks the part. I'm sorry.
If you tell someone this guy's a musician, nobody's going to.
I'll do the peppers. I'll do the eggs. That's what I do. I did the eggs. Okay. Anyway, so that's been the up and coming gigs. I've got none up and coming, but you should follow the Marmaladen Sitzung on Twitter and Facebook. Follow this guy. Follow this guy. They've told you about that already. Lock TV. Thank you very much.
Woo!